Hey everyone, Shabby here and welcome back to another episode of SWE Carnage. The Carnage continues tonight and we have got an incredible main event for you. We're going to see tonight Tazz taking on Minuro Suzuki. That's going to be brutal. But tonight we're going to start things off with some high-flying action. We've got Juventud, Guerrera, Aerostar, Psicosis and Manik all taking part in a four-way TLC match. And here we go. Time for some high-flying action here. And this is one of the great things that we do have here on this roster, is an opportunity to really spread out and see some different types of wrestling. And of course, it's the same way that ECW was. That's what we've tried to do here. We have tried to... that's pretty cool, little pyro. We've tried to be sort of similar, I suppose, to ECW in that sort of way. We've tried to sort of stay true to the history, and even Combat Zone Wrestling as well. They don't just stick to hardcore wrestling. They have their core of top class wrestlers as well. Of course, ECW were behind bringing quite a lot of big names over to America for the first time, including Rey Mysterio Jr., people like that. So let's continue on with the work. ECW laid the ground, and we will continue. Ooh. Is that available? I want to watch that. And next up is going to be Psicosis with his dodgy mask, but you know, it is what it is. The Psicosis making his way down to the ring. It's a real dodgy, isn't it? They've like put his face on the mask as part of the mask. It's a bit dodgy, isn't it? But there you go. Some of these things are so dodgy, these websites, aren't they? You click a button and just end up with loads of boobs everywhere. Does that work? Oh. Oh, that might have worked actually. Sorry, I'm trying to do something at the same time. It's never a good thing to do, is it? So yeah, real. We've got planned for you this evening. Right, so let's grab my folder of paperwork. We've got another Terry Funk Open Challenge. Of course, last week it was cashed in by Mick Foley, so it'll be interesting to see who decides to turn up here this evening. We've got a tag team match. LAX, Hernandez and Homicide taking on the Impact players, Lance Storm and Just Incredible. Talking of Incredible, we have got a fantastic triple threat match here for you this evening. Rob Van Dam versus Jerry Lynn versus Sabu in a triple threat match. Wow. And then our main event, like I mentioned earlier on, Minuro Suzuki taking on Tazz one-on-one. And if Tazz versus Sakamoto's got anything to go by, that is going to be a cracking match. I really like Sakamoto now. I'm an advocate. Yeah. What's that? Yeah. What that was. Something in my mouth all of a sudden. It's never a good sign just to find something randomly in your mouth, is it really? But there you go. Strange things happen, I suppose. And of course, the fourth member of this is going to be making his debut in SWE, and that is going to be the one and only Manik. Now, I've gone for Manik because I know YouTube's policy with the other name for this guy is a little bit dodgy. Even if you just say it in a video, it can cause your video a bit of problems. So I'm not going to say the name, because they're getting quite clever now, YouTube. With the whole boycott thing they did before, it's a real bugger, isn't it? The way that the world and YouTube has gone over the last sort of 6 months to 12 months. And everyone's being caught up in it now, and even I've had a few videos where I think Sniper Elite 4 video was the worst one. Every single Sniper Elite 4 video that I uploaded was marked as only available for mature audiences, which I think was a little bit weird, but there you go. I think I managed to get them all changed back after a while. So we get in Psicosis, Juventud, Guerrera, Manik and Aerostar. Fatal 4-way TLC match. Tables, ladders, chairs, all available, and the winner will be the man who climbs at the top of the ladder and brings down the briefcase first. The briefcase contains a nice little bonus for the winner here this evening. Nothing special. Well, Psicosis. Oh my god, Psicosis, what are you doing here? Oh, Psicosis just powerbombed Juvi off the apron through a table. Wow. What a start to this match. I've never seen anything quite so cool on this game, I must admit. How did that even happen? Did the table just spawn in the right hand side there, or was that just... I did not see it there. That was amazing. I can't believe that happened, because that hasn't happened at all on this game. I don't know if that was done on purpose by the game, or whether that was just pure luck. The table just happened to be there. But I bet it wasn't, because the way the table was set up, I bet it was actually part of the game. And now Sunset Flip Bomb on the outside there by Aerostar. And this has been a real cracking start to this match. I'm really impressed by how this is going. Juvi now 450, whatever the 680 sent on, but Psicosis rolled out the way. Of course, Juvi and Psicosis have a big enough history as it is. Of course, the two guys were in a feud in Season 1, a mask versus mask feud, and I'm pretty sure you can tell who won that feud. That's just the high-flying action here. It's so good to watch, isn't it? All four of these guys could have quite easily been involved in the Cruiserweight division, couldn't they, really? But I felt they sort of suited this roster a little bit better. There's something a little bit more retro about Carnage, I think. More of an ECW sort of feel to it. That's the way I want to play it anyway, really. And we'll continue on with that in the next season of 2K17's SWE Universe Mode. Because you know what, it's been so long that people were telling me to do this Universe Mode. I think it was Jay who originally sort of mentioned about making up your own company and that sort of thing. And I never really thought it would work. But I'll tell you what, since we've done it, it's really invigorated me. It's much more enjoyable than... What's Psicosis? Is he gonna... What is happening here? How comes people are all of a sudden doing stuff that I've never seen them do in the past? I've never seen people start doing stuff like this in the past. Is he gonna... Oh my god, what is he gonna do to this? Please tell me someone's gonna get hit by that ladder. Please tell me. It has to happen. As Juvi has a hold. Oh, back first on the ladder. Please tell me someone's gonna get hit by that ladder over there. Don't just perch it over there and do this to us. We need something to happen. This would be an amazing way to open Carnage if we had somebody go for a table and someone go for a ladder as well. That would be just incredible. Sunset Flip Bomb there by Aerostar on Psicosis, and does that ladder stays there now until it is broken by the looks of it. Manik's just trying these doing these little combat rolls. And Manik does make it back into the ring, which is a wise thing to do, because at that point in time, Juvi was on his feet in the ring with the ladder, the only person on his feet in the ring. Oh, I'm just... So if I've got a bit quiet, I'm just... Oh, wow, that was bad, that was. Drop Psicosis right on his head there. Aerostar with a big tornado head scissors. Aerostar handspring into a splash. Aerostar, come on. Really slow there by Aerostar. And bringing Juvi down into a powerbomb onto the ladder. And Juvi looking to try and roll out the ring, but there's a ladder in the way. Oh, I like that. He just sort of rolled onto the ladder and just fell backwards on the back of his head. Only 2K, eh? Only 2K. Come on, somebody do something with that ladder. I've never seen anyone set the ladder up like that before, let alone even do anything with it. But the powerbomb through the table was immense. And I just wonder whether that is something inbuilt into the game normally. It would have been annoying though, because I was going to originally make this match a four-way tables match. And then I sort of, if I had done that, then obviously it would have finished so quickly. Inverted 450 there by Aerostar on Psicosis. As Manik now sending Aerostar into the... Well, I was going looking for the corner, but Juvi caught him. Aerostar flips out of the backdrop into a Shining Wizard. Manik seems a little bit stuck. Springboard Frog Splash. Psicosis rolls out the way. There's Aerostar. Nice little punt in the head there of Juventud. That ladder's still set up. Come on. Come on. Oh, again, just dodgy landings here. Or Manik, do some of that ladder. Come on, please. Running forearm. How would it even work with that ladder? Is that on the apron maybe? Someone caught up on the ropes. Manik's glitched out. He can't figure out how to pick this ladder up. Come on, Manik. Come on, Manik. You can touch the ladder. It's not dangerous. See, that's the problem with this game. There's just so many little random little problems like that. Oh, go on, Manik, do it. Grapple. Oh, Manik, why? Why didn't you grapple him? You could have done something cool there. I love that little combat roll underneath the ladder. Do you put your opponent... Oh, kick to the back there and the ladder's going crazy. Right in the face of Psicosis now, and then Juvi right in the grounded Psicosis. Well, like I said, these two guys... No love between them. The mask versus mask feud ended in a very bad way for Juvi, should I say. Very good way for Psicosis, I suppose. Saito suplex by Juvi now on Manik on the outside. This match descending into chaos now. Aerostar glitching one ladder through another now. Go on, Manik. What are you going to do? Go on, Manik, put Aerostar on the ladder. That'd be amazing. Oh. Decided to set him in the ring instead. I really want something to happen with that ladder. That would really take this match over the edge, I think. Oh my god, I thought he was going to go for it. Oh. Aerostar nearly put himself through the ladder there with that manoeuvre. I really want this to happen. It's been so long. It's not very often the game utilises things. That's why I want to have better AI in 2K18, because the game allows you to do all these sort of things, but the computer never has the mental capacity to try and do these sort of things. And the powerbomb through the table early on, and I'll tell you what, Aerostar's at the top of the ladder, has a hold of the briefcase, and Manik's down. Psicosis in, knocks the ladder out of the way, and Manik brings Aerostar down with a powerbomb, which leaves now just Manik and Psicosis up on their feet in the ring. Manik, oh, Hurricanrana onto the ladder as well. And now Juvi's in the ring, and again Manik catching Juvi this time. One big move here by Manik, and he might have the time here to climb the ladder. Oh, wow. Hip toss onto the ladder there by Manik, and Psicosis, Juvi and Aerostar are all down. Manik has a chance here. Stamping on the back of Juvi. He's climbing the ladder. Manik could have this one. Psicosis is back up on his feet. And Juvi's there. Couple of big right hands in the back of Manik, and Aerostar climbs at the other side of the ladder as well. And both guys sent tumbling down by Juvi, and I love it when they roll out the ring onto that ladder. It's amazing. Oh, again, dropping him face first on the ladder. This is a brutal match here between these four guys. And again, Aerostar perching Psicosis up on the ladder. Oh. Psicosis, do it. Oh, he put him the right hand, and Aerostar ducked out the back of that German now. Juvi sending Aerostar over the top, and Juvi now climbing the ladder. Aerostar back in the ring. Couple of big right hands in the back. And another one. But still Juvi. Now Juvi does finally have to let go. Aerostar powerbombs him off the ladder. Manik sending Aerostar to the outside. Now Manik climbing the ladder. And here comes Psicosis. Very slow up that ladder. But Aerostar trying to push the ladder over now, and there goes Psicosis, but Manik had a hold of the briefcase, but Aerostar brings him down the hard way. Oh, Aerostar, clever idea there. Put the ladder on the top of Manik so he can't break free now. Oh, do it. Do it, Juvi. You ran there for a second. Juvi's going up top. Juvi's going up top. Oh, inverted 450 through the ladder. But Manik's got a hold of the briefcase and everybody else is down. Can Juvi bring Manik back down? I cannot believe what Juvi's been up to in this one. I really can't. Juvi pushing that out of the way of Manik. And Manik drops to the ground. Wow. A powerbomb through the table and then an inverted 450 through the ladder. That was incredible. What a match this has been. I've really enjoyed this, actually. I think we just found another match for our best-of series anyway. It's not actually been that fantastic a match. It's just the stunts, because we've never seen these sort of stunts pulled off in the game before. I'm so happy. I know I sound really overexcited. It's not because I'm so excited it's happened. I'm so excited that I've been able to record it for you guys, basically, because I get annoyed. Like I said, it's when the AI works the way it's supposed to. It's fantastic, this game, but it just very rarely does, and it gets frustrating. It really does, but we're looking good now. We are looking pretty dandy. Aerostar has the briefcase, and he's unhooked it, and Aerostar is victorious here in this fatal 4-way TLC match, snuck up behind the backs of Psicosis and Manik, and before they had a chance to try and bring him down, he already had the belt unhooked. And Aerostar steals a little cheeky one there. But what a great match. We saw some really interesting little things there. Really did. I'm excited for that. I really am. And like I said, it wasn't necessarily the best match we've ever had, but the fact those two stunts were played out, the powerbomb through the table and the inverted 450 through the ladder, I think that made it pretty good. And it wasn't a bad finish. It was decent enough. I still have a problem with the fact that what was it, that the animations don't match up. The animation for pulling the briefcase down doesn't match up with everyone else stopping. So it looks like he's not brought the briefcase down yet, and no one else is trying to get him down. It's an annoying one. I hope they sort the animations out a little bit next year for 2K18. Just when it looks like they've got the briefcase, then that's when they've got the briefcase, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So after that great start to the show, we have got another Terry Funk Open Challenge. Of course, last week Mick Foley came out and challenged Terry Funk, and Funk was victorious. Who is it going to be this week? Who is going to be taking the opportunity to get themselves a little bit of tea time? Tea time? I'm confused. TV time. That's I missed one letter out, and it went completely back crap crazy, didn't it? So Terry Funk versus Terry Funk, of course, the hardcore legend. That's just how it works. He is the hardcore legend. It's just how he's known. And of course, there are a lot of people that would probably want to challenge him for that throne, and that's exactly what we're offering out to people here. And who is it going to be taking it off? Oh, okay. Okay, so last week we saw Mick Foley cash it in, and this week we're going to see Dude Love cash in the opportunity here on Carnage. Dude Love not officially part of this roster, however, we will give his points to Cactus Jack, I suppose, should he win this one. It's a tricky one, isn't it, really? Yeah, it's a real tricky one. When you've got a schizophrenic wrestler on your roster, it's a little bit tricky, isn't it? Good old Dude Love. Good old Dude Love, eh? So Dude Love versus Terry Funk is the second match of the evening. The bell goes and we are underway. Can Terry Funk make it 2-2 in his open challenge? Or can Dude Love here get some retribution for his good friend Mick Foley last week? Dude Love now with a gutbuster on Terry Funk. And a big kick right in the the side as well. Just dragging Funk away from the ropes. What does Dude Love have planned now? A big stamp on the back of the arm of Terry Funk. Dude Love now sending Funk into the ropes. Brings him back and sends him right over the top of his shoulders. The big punt in the back of Terry Funk as well. Funk runs in with the Fez press. Dropping the punches. Funk is fed up of playing. He wants to do some action now. That wasn't even a real... I apologise for that little bit of commentary. That was a terrible, terrible bit of commentary, wasn't it? Sometimes my mind and my mouth decide not to work together. It's a bugger, really. Funk now dragging Dude Love away from the ropes. And a big knee strike right in the face. That's going to leave a mark. Dude Love with the toe hold there, tripping Terry Funk over now. A big stamp on the back of the arm as well. Dude Love and taking the top pad off the turnbuckle. Of course, matches in Carnage are 99% of the time no DQ. Although sometimes the matches will probably be a bit more inside the ring. Some of the more accomplished wrestlers don't generally like to use the weaponry unless they have to. Dude Love now dragging Terry Funk into the middle of the ring as well. What does he have planned? Just dragging the face of Funk across the mat. And dropping an elbow right into the back of the neck as well. And Dude Love getting his jive on. But Funk straight back up, looking for a scoop slam, but Love slides at the back into a neck breaker. Dude Love bringing Funk back up, big right hand, and then into a bulldog and put his entire body weight behind that bulldog. And what is Dude Love going to be able to pull off here? It's a mandible claw on Terry Funk. Is that going to be enough to make Terry Funk tap out or even pass out? It's not, but Dude Love's going to go for the pin. 1, 2. Oh no, it's only enough for the 2 count. Funk kicks out. Cactus Jack now backing away into the corner. Cactus Jack, Dude Love, should I say, sorry. I apologise. They're two completely different people. I don't know how I got them mixed up. Dude Love now with a backdrop on Terry Funk as well. Dropping an elbow right into the chest. And another elbow right into the chest of Terry Funk. Love now bringing Funk back up to his feet. And Dude Love in full control of this match. Hooks the trunks and takes him up for the pile driver. And that, my friends, could be game, set, match here for Terry Funk. But Dude Love backing away into a corner. What's he doing? What on earth was that? I don't know what happened there. Was that Dude Love's like attempt at a sweet chin music or something by the looks of it? But Funk caught him out. Funk taking Dude Love up into a spiked pile driver. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Dude Love able to kick out here. Not quite sure how. Funk now slamming the back of Dude Love's head into the mat, now bringing him back up to his feet and follow it with a few big right hands, but Love just keeps getting back up and taking more. Reversing the Irish whip and Funk into the strike of the knee. Stamping the arm of Dude Love, now Funk bringing him back up to all fours and double axe handle right in the spine. And again, now Funk just dancing around Love and utilising all of the big right hands he has. And again, stalking Dude Love. And Terry Funk, who I was convinced was going to lose this match, only a couple of minutes ago, drops Dude Love in a second pile driver. Such a vicious pile driver. It's actually busted Dude Love open. And Terry Funk, instead of going for the pin, looks to continue the assault now on Dude Love. The gator roll into a reverse chin lock. And again, just slamming Dude Love's face into the mat. I don't know how Terry Funk hasn't gone for the pin yet. So now Funk is going for the pin. 1, 2, and no. Dude Love kicked out again, but barely anything behind the kick out. Literally utilising every last ounce of energy he had in his body. Dude Love now pulling Terry Funk away from the... or towards the rope, should I say. Dude Love has his feet up on the ropes. Referee didn't see it, but of course it's no DQ here in SWE, and it's only enough for a 2 count. Funk is not happy with either Dude Love or the referee there. Dude Love now sending Funk into the corner. Funk fighting back though, and now dragging Dude Love away into a sidewalk slam. Terry Funk again just dragging Dude Love away from the corner. And Funk going to go for it himself now. Feet up on the ropes. 2. And no, it's only enough for a 2 count. And now Dude Love annoyed, but you can't have it both ways, Dude Love. You utilised it yourself. You can't be annoyed when someone tries to use it back at you. Funk now brutalising Dude Love by sending him shoulder first into that post. And a big axe handle right to the side of the head. Funk dragging Dude Love away from the ropes before catching him with another big boot in the chest. And Terry Funk is demolishing Dude Love here. Not the strongest version of Mick Foley. Dude Love there with the clothesline though, taking back a little bit of control in this match though. Can he pull it off? That's the question. Slamming the knee of Terry Funk into the mat. Brings Funk back up to his feet, and no, Funk was waiting for it. Forearm. And taking Dude Love up once again, and there's another spiked pile driver, and that has surely got to be all she wrote. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3, and Terry Funk is victorious here over Dude Love. For the 2nd week running, Terry Funk is victorious in his open challenge as well. Good old Terry Funk. He's racking up some good points in this open challenge. It's a clever way for him to try and get himself on TV a lot, and it's worked so far for him. Defeated Mick Foley last week, defeating Dude Love this week. After 3 spiked pile drivers by Terry Funk. Look at that. Sees his entire body just crumple in half and ping back out with his spine re-expanded. And that was it, finding the 3rd one. There was no way Dude Love was going to survive that. 1, 2, and 3. Terry Funk victorious, 2nd week in a row. Gets him a nice 10 ranking points then, over the last 2 weeks. And his open challenge will continue on next week. Terry Funk continues to impress as well, and who knows? If this goes long enough, he might guarantee himself a championship match at some point. And here's our next match of the evening. Time for some tag team action. We have got LAX, Homicide and Hernandez alongside, of course, Conan taking on the Impact players Just Incredible and Lance Storm. And here we go. So it's a little bit of a shame that that Homicide's in this match, isn't it? Because if you look at the calls involved, we'll have a look at them now. I've not seen Homicide properly in the ring yet, so let's see what he looks like. Well, Hernandez, I think, looks pretty good. Conan looks fantastic, even though he's rocking the old NWO jumper. Hernandez, I'll tell you what, Homicide didn't look too bad there. I think obviously he hasn't had a face scan like everyone else. It's a bit more difficult for him, but... I'm looking forward to seeing these two teams in action. 2 debuting teams. Neither of these, none of these 5 men have ever appeared in SWE before. And this is their first big chance. And of course Conan, the mastermind behind this stable. And of course in this stable we also have Alberto Del Rio, as well as I think we've got Lapaka. I'm not 100% sure about Lapaka though. Whether he suits this roster or not, I'm not 100% sure whether it sort of makes any sense. But there you go. I'm sure we can cross that bridge if we come to it. I feel like Parker should just be like a general singles crazy bastard wrestler that we can use every now and again. I'm thinking potentially Lapaka versus Pentagon in some sort of match, I don't know. And here come the Impact players. Lance Storm on the left, just incredible on the right, of course. Is this working? That is. That's alright, I've just brought, I've been talking about it for a while and I finally done it. I brought Combat Zone Wrestling Tournament of Death from High Spots. Is it not High Spots, from the actual Combat Zone Wrestling network. Obviously I know who wins. It's a lot of blood, isn't there? A lot of blood. I wish there was like... I know there is these sort of networks around, but if there was a network that had PWG on it and had Combat Zone Wrestling on the same network, I probably would watch it. Is High Spots like that though? Or is High Spots... Does High Spots have a network, or... I can't remember, to be honest with you. Let's have a quick look. I typed in High Pots, which apparently is another website. I'm sure there's like a High Spots network, isn't there? I just want to have the ability to watch independent wrestling. Ooh, the Best of Bruiser Brody. That's pretty cool looking DVD. Bruiser Brody, Wrestling's Last Rebel, triple DVD set. Okay, I don't know why that's popped up for. Am I in this match then, am I, apparently? No, I'm not in this match. I don't know why that's popped up for that. Oh, that's pretty cool. You can buy an El Generico cap from High Spots in UK. That's pretty cool. I like that. It's basically El Generico's mask, but on a hat. There's a lot of stuff we can buy in this High Spots actually website in the UK. There we go, High Spots videos, over 700 full-length titles available for immediate viewing, instant download. PWG, CZW, The Steen Show, $5 Wrestling. Okay. How does that work then? You just watch it, do you, or...? The Diva Diaries on Taya Valkyrie. It's an interesting idea. I might have to have a look at this. Video downloads. Oh, so you still have to buy it. You have to buy it for full value, then you can just download the video straight off the bat. Okay. No, that's fine. I could deal with that. It's probably the better way as well, especially if you live in the UK, because trying to order a DVD, then wait for the DVD to be delivered to the UK is such a pain in the backside. I have to wait long enough for my wrestle crates to turn up. So we've got Homicide now in the ring alongside Just Incredible. And it's a big match for both of these guys. Like I said, both debuting here this evening. The way that Incredible just no-sold that knee in the back. So yeah, it's an interesting match. Both of these guys making their debut, and obviously we know making your first appearance, you've got the chance to either get a nice wedge of points tonight, or you've got the chance of losing a wedge of points. So you've got to pick it nicely. A victory here is massive for these two teams. Of course, we don't have tag team champions yet in SWE Carnage. We're essentially waiting to see who looks good. We're waiting to see who steps up, and then once we know that, we can have ourselves a nice little tag team match in a few weeks' time for the belt. But I don't know, the the ring's going to contain these two. Of course, in tag team matches, we do have rules. It is count out and it is disqualification. So this match could end up in a double count out here. And if it does, then both teams are going to obviously receive nothing from this. It'll end up being a draw, which doesn't really help anybody, really. Especially since the BWO did get a victory in a dark match this evening against the Dudley Boys. So at the moment, BWO are the current top team. I know, because you do have the Briscoe brothers who are looking pretty strong. I think this match is going to end by count out, isn't it? Just incredible. Trying to run back, but no, it is a double count out. The ring just could not contain them, and disappointing for both these teams, and they've both missed out on a massive opportunity to get themselves some ranking points here. But obviously, it was just too much for these guys. They're not used to wrestling with rules, but unfortunately for tag team matches, that is what we're stuck with. That's annoying, isn't it? Really annoying. But there you go. And here is our next match of the evening. This is going to be the big one. Sabu versus Rob Van Dam versus Jerry Lynn in a triple threat match. And here we go. So luckily in a triple threat match we do not get disqualifications. We do not get count out. So we know we're definitely going to get a winner in this match. I'm annoyed with that tag team match. I really am. But it means that LAX and the Impact players are going to struggle a little bit with the rankings then. Try to see what other teams are. So we've got the Briscoe brothers, like I said. We've got Sanity, haven't we, as well? Have we got Sanity? Sanity yet? Well, Sanity... I'll tell you what. The BWO defeated the Dudley Boys this evening in a dark match. Last week, the BWO defeated Sanity in a dark match. As much as I feel like it's a waste, I feel like the BWO deserve a match with the champion. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. And I think this match, this triple threat match, could happen again in the future as well because, of course, we still need to... No, we don't. We're going to get rid of the Universal Championship. We teased having this mid-card belt, and I think it wasn't really... I don't know. It doesn't really make a huge amount of sense, does it? So the upper mid-card belt is going to be the Hardcore Championship. And then we've got the Carnage Championship as the main belt and then the Tag Team belt. So we're just going to have the 3 belts or 4 with the Women's Championship as well. The Women's Championship tournament does start tomorrow. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. The Queen of Carnage tournament will begin. Basically, we're going to have 2 women's matches and 1 other special attraction match on each episode. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. Be able to utilise some more people. And of course, this is Sabu. And Rob Van Dam, who's going to be making his way out next, is already confirmed now for WWE 2K18, which is great. That's not Rob Van Dam, that's Jerry Lynn. Called Rob Van Dam already came out, didn't he? Yeah, so RVD is already confirmed. So I think essentially myself and PJ Toby are going to do another draft on 2K18. But there is a problem with Carnage because we don't really know... Well, as far as we're concerned, Carnage suits a very specific type of roster. So I think what we might do is we might decide who should be on Carnage. And then from there on, we will then pick the rest of our brands. Because the rest of the brands are a little bit less rigid. If that makes any sense. There's more... we can utilise anything anywhere really in the other brands. But yeah, for Carnage, it's a very specific type of people we need on the roster. So we'll probably do it at the same sort of time as the draft. We'll decide who's going to be on the roster, and then we'll just announce it as we're doing the draft anyway. But yeah, that's the main reason why. The main reason. I think RVD has already sort of been confirmed for that Carnage roster. Depending, well, it depends on if I don't know. I feel like myself and Peter could use RVD on other rosters, but I feel like having RVD here on Carnage gives us a very strong main eventer / upper mid card to bring straight into Carnage, which is pretty good. And I feel like maybe on 2K18 as well, we're probably gonna end up putting the whole Wyatt family on Carnage, maybe. Because I'm feeling that the whole Wyatt family versus Sanity would be pretty impressive. And I'm assuming Sanity is going to be on 2K18. Because they're one of the main things in NXT, and they have been for a while now. Since the second Dusty Classic, which was towards the end of last year, wasn't it? So they've been around for a while. They've been part of the NXT takeovers. So I think it would be strange not to have them on the game. But you never know. You never know. That's why I want to know what the roster's going to be. And I don't know what they're going to do with the roster. I've read little rumours that there is a SummerSlam thing going on. A 2K SummerSlam event. So I wonder whether they might be announcing the roster there. I don't honestly know. Does it say? I'm just on the 2K Twitter page now. Seeing what there is on here. There's nothing really on here. 2K18 is actually trending on Twitter, and I don't know why. Because a lot of the stuff that's on here is from the previous week when they released the screenshots of Seth Rollins. If you haven't seen the screenshots of Seth Rollins, it makes it look like the game is actually incredibly impressive graphically wise. No, I don't know why 2K18 is trending then, because literally nothing new's been said about it. Let's have a look at the 2K website, see if that's got anything on there. I just really want to know something about the game. The game comes out in about 2 months, or less than 2 months' time now. 2 months tomorrow it comes out. And we know nothing apart from the odd little bit and bob. We've seen one screenshot so far. We need to know rosters. We need to know features. We need to know everything. Don't get me wrong, I would be buying the game either way because it is the bulk of my channel. So don't you worry about that. However, if you're a casual person out there who's not sure whether or not to purchase the game, then you want to know the details before you actually buy it, don't you, really? I'm sure there's guys out there now that might be considering getting the game or not sure 100% if they're going to get the game or not. And it just... Is Jerry Lynn what already? What happened there? Wow. Well, that triple threat match wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. It looked like a decent match, but I wasn't expecting to be anywhere near that short. I suppose that was a pretty brutal power driver with Orandan out on the outside. Sabu was unable to kick out, and there we go. Free count for Jerry Lynn, and Jerry Lynn's getting the nice ranking points there as well. So there we go, Jerry Lynn. I'm a bit shocked, to be honest, how quick and easy that was for Jerry Lynn. I thought this would be a bit more of an even match, but Jerry Lynn just dominated there and picked up the victory over Sabu. Don't worry though, I'm pretty sure our main event here of the evening is going to make up for it all. Tazz takes on Minuro Suzuki. And here we go then. You know what, we've had a couple of iffy matches this evening. But as I've always said, that I will not re-record them unless it is a massive glitch or stupid reason why. So everyone's earning the points as they go along, but I'm pretty sure this match here between Tazz and Suzuki can definitely turn this night around, surely. Can definitely turn this night around. Tazz has had one match so far. Well, one match on proper TV. One non-tournament match, should I say. And that was against Daisuke Sekimoto. And that was an incredible match. It was the first match, or the second match we uploaded. It was the first match we uploaded in the SWE Best of Series playlist we've got going. And I feel like this match could be very well joining it later on. Who knows? Surely the styles match up so well. They're both tough gits. And I think we're going to see some cool stuff here this evening. And of course, Suzuki is also an MMA fighter as well, so has a very unique style, utilising a lot of kicks and punches and submissions and so forth, and a lot more of a strong style, a lot more of a stiff style, which I'm assuming Tazz might quite enjoy, to be honest with you. Tazz is that sort of sick, psychotic sort of person, isn't he, that he would enjoy that sort of thing. And this is going to be, I think this is going to be the match tonight. This is going to be the standout match, I think. It's not got a lot to beat, really, has it? I mean, the best match so far tonight has been Terry Funk versus Dude Love, and honestly, looking at the paperwork beforehand, I weren't expecting that. So I don't know. Actually, the Fatal 4-Way TLC match was pretty good as well, mainly because of the stunts that was pulled off. The powerbomb through the table and the inverted 450 through the ladder were very impressive. So here we go then, Tazz versus Minuro Suzuki. The bell goes and we are underway. Both guys grappling and Tazz forcing Suzuki back into the corner. Referee has to get between them, and it is a clean break between the two as well. And then Suzuki catching Tazz with that big uppercut and a stomp on the gut as well. Brings Suzuki bringing Tazz back up to his feet, and now here are the stiff strikes I mentioned earlier on. And there goes Tazz, a drop into the outside. Suzuki just dropping a boot right in the face of Tazz, and a big elbow against the spine as well. Suzuki and Tazz collide on the outside, and there is a Fez press. Suzuki now taking Tazz up onto his shoulders and drops in a gut bust. I think Tazz might have caught his head on the apron there on the way down as well. Referee is counting here. There is very loose rules in Carnage, but we do encourage referees to be very, very lenient with them. Suzuki just stalking the grounded prey of Tazz, and Suzuki's dominating Tazz here. Sends him back into the ring, and Suzuki joins him in there as well. Referee's count being quite effective in what it was trying to do, get both guys back in the ring. Suzuki now mounting Tazz, and big, strong left hands right in the face. But Tazz fighting back, sending Suzuki over the top of his shoulders, and a boot right in the knee of Suzuki. Now, one thing you'll notice about Suzuki is he doesn't wear... I was about to say something there, and I've just realised that neither does Tazz. But Suzuki or Tazz both do not wear knee pads or elbow pads, which is... It's a little bit weird in this day and age now as well, because it does give you a bit more protection to their body parts. But what it also does, it also makes it a little bit more spongy, so you can't really get... If you're using your elbow, your knee for aggression, then you don't really get the full effect of the hit because of the elbow pad taking some of the force. So that's the reason why it makes you a bit more dangerous, but at the same time it sort of takes away a little bit of your defense. Suzuki dropping a leg drop right on the inside the knee of Tazz, and just evidently trying to damage the leg. We know Tazz has got a strong base and can do a lot of these suplexes, but Suzuki taking Tazz up into a pile driver. Pile driver's been the move of the night here this evening, hasn't it? Everyone uses a pile driver. I think that's how you qualify to be in Carnage. If you use a pile driver as part of your moveset, you're part of Carnage. Big boot in the back there by Suzuki on Tazz. And now Suzuki stalking Tazz. And I'll tell you what, if Suzuki pulls this off quickly... There he is, locking in the sleeper hold. Quite ironically, quite similar to the Tazz mission submission there. Oh my god, he's tapped out. He's only gone and tapped out. Suzuki just made Tazz tap out to a Tazz mission, essentially. Wow. Wow, Tazz is not going to be happy with this, but Suzuki gets the victory, and Suzuki is the top man here. Getting himself a nice 10 ranking points. Because, of course, it is a main event of a weekly show. The power driver then into the Tazz mission, and Tazz knew at this point in time it was fight. Basically, Tazz has submitted. Yeah, that's fine. It's submitted. But if you think about it from his point of view, if he didn't submit, he was just going to be stuck in that hole forever and live to fight another day. This is only a weekly show. If this might have been a pay-per-view, then maybe Tazz may have survived a little bit longer here. But you live to fight another day, and Tazz knows he has some big matches over the next few weeks and potentially can get himself into the championship picture. So live to fight another day, I suppose. Anyway, guys, that is the end of this episode of Carnage. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, please do hit the like and subscribe if you want to see some more. And yeah, that's about it, I think. Tomorrow, yeah, like I said, tomorrow we are going to be starting the Queen of Carnage tournament. we'll be crowning our first ever women's champion here on Carnage. We've got some fantastic female names, as you know, from the draft announcement. I've also added 1 or 2 more as well, so that'd be interesting. And we're also going to have not just the women's matches in there, we're going to have a couple of men's matches as well, just to help us build up some more ranking points as we go along. So yeah, I've been Chevy, and thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all tomorrow for the Queen of Carnage. Bye.